Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'd be greatly appreciated. It's Mary Jane. Let's talk about Power. Season 5, episode 8. Guys, I told you when I had my blue hoodie on last year, and I was just like, yo, Tariq is gonna be the gangster. Tariq is gonna be this. Tariq is gonna be that. He's gonna have the best of both worlds. Ghost, Kanan, and Tommy, and Dre too as well. So he ain't no joke. He done framed Kanan and didn't even look back, because once he found out that Kanan killed, Sean, his boy, his road dog, the dude that helped raise him, the dude that was there to protect him, play video games with him, and him realizing that Kanan would kill his own son, his son that he loves, then he knew he wasn't safe, and this was a low down, dirty mother sucker. So he realized that everything that his mom and his father was saying about Kanan is actually true, and he chose himself, just like Ghost would choose himself too as well. He chose his family, make sure that his father, his mother, and he wouldn't go to jail. So Tariq done turned on Kanan. But do you think it's worth it? Yeah, it's worth it that he turned on Kanan. Kanan get him out here selling drugs, almost getting killed, robbing people, doing lean, drinking, having unprotected sex with Ray Ray, killing Ray Ray, his sister getting killed. So it's just like, it was time for Kanan to go, and it was time for the one person that Kanan actually trusts, and that was Tariq. He actually trusts Tariq, and he loved Tariq. He loved Tariq more than he loved his own son. He even said, I should have got a DNA test on Sean. And then, Tariq was like, how can you kill somebody you love? And Kanan said, some people said you ain't a real killer until you do. So that's when Tariq was like, you know what? He texted his mom back, as his mom been texting him to tell her that he was in Queens. You see Tariq jump off that car with that gun to face the drug dealers. Tariq is gonna be he's gonna be competition for Tommy, his dad, and Dre once he gets up there in age. But he still got to go to school. So I wonder if Tariq is actually gonna take a break from the street life to drug life, because he still have a book bag full of drugs. But once he sell them, he needs to re up again. And so where's he going to re-up at? Is he going to go to Dre to try to re-up? Or is Dre going to lead, Tariq towards Spank and, 2-Bit to get his drugs? And where does that leave 2-Bit and Spank? Because, Dre is locked up. Dre has been framed with, Diego's head. But I have a feeling that Alicia got connections, and she's going to get Dre off the hook with this situation. But it doesn't look good. And Councilman Tate, I know Councilman Tate was like, what's going on with this situation? When he finds out that Dre has been arrested with a kingpin, or the cartels, one of the members of the cartels inside the, club with the head. And then Ghost warning Councilman Tate that, hey, stay away from Dre. If you want to be governor, I'll take you all the way to the top. Now Ghost is feeling himself, and he got the ones up on Councilman Tate. But Tate ain't gonna let that go by. Tate got something up his sleeve too as well, because you ain't gonna outshine him, especially not no hustler in his head. So we'll see. But James ain't no ordinary hustler. So we'll see how this situation goes down. It's getting crazy out here in these streets. So we got Ghost, we got Tasha. They are trying to come up with a plan to frame, really frame, Dre. But, Tasha wants to frame Kanan, and Ghost wants to frame Dre, and Ghost wants to take the rap for it if it means that Tasha or Tariq has to go to jail. And they tried to let Dre know, they tried to let, Tariq know that they love him, they got his back, and Kanan ain't no good, and we got to do something about this. But, Tariq realized when Kanan killed his own son, his boy, someone that he played, video games with, he was chilling with, someone that helped raise him, was always around, was his road dog, was his ace boom coon, that he feels like, damn, he can't be trusted. Kanan can't be trusted at all. And he damn sure can't be trusted. So now we see Kanan has disappeared. Kanan goes out like a G. He goes out like Colors in that movie Colors, but he goes out killing the NYPD. He killed all them cops. And he looked at Tariq, but he didn't kill Tariq because he still loved Tariq. And he didn't want to kill him. And he could have killed Ghost's son, and that would have been the ultimate revenge. But he didn't want to do that, because he liked the little dude. He was training him to be like a top dog, a top G. Like something, like he was smart. Like he said, Tariq was smarter than Tommy, smarter than his father. And he was just like, damn. When he took Tariq to the meeting to meet the Italians, and Tariq understood him, I was like, I see why you brought him. And it was just so funny, Ghost trying to run around and frame Dre, but his wife and his girlfriend already got the drop on, Kanan and about to lock him up. Like, it ain't no joke. I was just like, damn, Kanan, though he had it all gone. But actually Kanan also planted seeds, and Tommy's had making Tommy think that Ghost was trying to kill him. And like, what did Ghost want in return? Because I killed Diego, I got Diego's head, but who else does Ghost want to kill? So that's leaving something. And Tommy's head, like, he got to be worried about Ghost. So we'll see how that situation goes. Then we have John, Mark, Sax, Tamika, Donovan basically trying to get the drop on Angela. Like, they really want Angela. There's no playing around. There's no games. They want her locked up. They want her in jail. They don't want her to be a part of the team anymore. They want her gone. And they're going to try to get all the information they possibly can on her, but it seems like, Angela's hands right now are clean. And we even got Blanca. She's even there trying to get Angela. All these people trying to get Angela to bring her down, but Angela is Mrs. Queenpin out here in these streets. She knows the drop. She knows what the cops want. We know what they're going to do, and she knows how to tell Ghost and Tasha what to do as well. I'm just like, damn. And Tariq did not want to frame Kanan at all. He did not want to frame Kanan. He had his back, and Tasha was asking him to choose me or Kanan. And he was like, yo, Mom, find some other way. But when Kanan was bragging about killing Sean, that was it. He already knew he had to go. I was just like, damn. And so right now we have Donovan talking about, Ghost killing, the guard, Marsha Williams, R.I.P., Charlie Murphy, and, and they got a witness, and Tereshi's the witness, but they don't have any there's no footage of what went on in the gym. The cameras wasn't working at that time, so they have to find more information to frame, or not frame, but to actually get Ghost for it, and they don't want to burn Tereshi yet because he's in with Tommy. So they want to wait for a while to see what happens. And so we have Dre, he's chilling with 2-Bit and Spank, and he's like, yo, he was like, oh, so they was like, yo, how come, what happened? So they tell him like, yo, we didn't kill, Kanan because you didn't tell us. You didn't give us orders or whatever. But, 2-Bit and Spank are actually working with Kanan. So, Dre was like, oh man, you should have killed him. Next time you see him, you get to drop on him. I want him dead. I want him going. I want you guys to kill him, take him out. Word life. Like, for real. So they was like, all right. They're playing it off. And then Cristobal walks in with his suit with his shoulders all high and shit like that. He's getting ready to meet with, Dre's people at the club or whatever. And they're looking at him, Spank and 2-Bit, especially 2-Bit. 2-Bit's always looking at Cristobal like he can just eat him, kill him, chop him up or whatever. That's the way that, 2-Bit is always looking at Cristobal. He can't stand him, but they may have to work together since Dre is going to be locked up and going to be behind bars for a little bit. And, Alicia's going to have to, trust Cristobal even more to run the business. And Cristobal does know the way, but, Spank and 2-Bit know the way too. But Cristobal knows that Spank and 2-Bit has something to do with killing his men, straight up. Up and down, he does know. So we'll see how this situation goes. We'll see if Alicia actually got the pull that she got to actually get Dre out of jail, because he's going to be locked up with a head in the freezer. But I wonder if they're going to test the bag for evidence. Is there going to be any of Dre evidence on that bag, and then having a freezer of having, Diego's head in the freezer. And then they're going to have footage of Diego partying in the club with Dre, so they're going to connect them as being friends. But is Steve going to come back in the picture and get Dre off? What's going to happen with that situation? I'm just like, damn. Or is, what's his name, Councilman Tate, is he going to pull some strings to actually help Dre, because he doesn't like the way that, James St. Patrick is bossing him around and telling him to stick with me, you'll become governor. Stick to me, you'll rise to the top, So is Councilman Tate going to do some investigation to try to bring Ghost down too as well, starting with the murder of Raina, or drugs being involved in his club too as well? And is he going to help Dre? Because it seems like he just likes Dre more than he likes, James St. Patrick, because he can work along with Dre. Dre's like a yes, whatever. James St. Patrick wants to be hand-ons and want to be in this political world. So we'll see how that situation goes. And are they ever going to get Angela? Is Angela just too smart and too slick for her team that's supposed to be working with her to get her? Are they going to actually do it? But they actually are using Proctor, using his license and dangling in front of his face. But Proctor only gives him information he already knows. And that's that Angela's working along with James St. Patrick, and they already know that. So that's kind of like useless information. But they also tell, Proctor that there's an informant among, Tommy Egan. And then also John Marks tells, Angela that there is an informant with, with Tommy. And John Mark, he's also acting like he wants that job in DC, but he gave Angela a little bit of information by letting her know that there is a CI next to Tommy, and that could only mean that it's Tereshi once she brings the information back to Ghost. And actually, Joe Proctor actually talking to, Ghost and telling him about, hey, listen, they have a witness. Was there anybody around when the shit went down with Marsha Williams? Because if so, they got a witness, and that will only lead back to Tereshi. So it might be a situation going on with that. I was just like, damn, here we go again. So we'll see if Ghost is able to climb his way out of this, and actually they're going to get the drop on Tony Tereshi and take him out the picture. But what does that mean? What is Connie going to do if Tony Tereshi's actually killed? Or are they going to tie that into Ghost and Tommy? Because now, Angela and Proctor knows about an informant that's next to Tommy Egan. And so if Tereshi is found dead or something happens to him, are they going to bring them in? Or is this a setup from the Jump Street to let them know that there is a CI going on? There's a CI in the picture that's working along with the feds, So we'll see what happens with that situation. I was just like, damn. And so we have that. And so we have Ghost talking to, we have Tommy talking to Kanan, and basically Kanan's letting him know that, yo, listen, Diego's dead, Jason, so who else is, Ghost trying to kill? Ghost is gonna burn because he's dead. And so him and Dre was actually working together and had a partnership where, Jason was supposed to be killed. And then, Diego killed, but he didn't tell him that Jason was supposed to be killed. But he said Diego's killed, you know what I mean? And I did it myself, and I got his head. So now Tommy feels a certain type of way that Ghost is actually working along with Dre. And this going to be the end or the be all with Tommy, because Tommy's really mad at Dre, because Dre took his business, took everything from him. Took his connect, took everything. So, and then also, Kanan planting that seed that, Ghost to kill any one of us. And, who's next? Am I next or you next? And then now, Kanan is dead. Tommy is feeling like, yo, Kanan was right. So what is Tommy going to do? Is he going to actually work along with his father and do the business with his father? Because they're going to do the ambulance built situation where they can actually make money with, shipping drugs and, supplying drugs around the neighborhood. And it seems right now Tony Tereshi wants to work with Tommy Egan because he's getting the drugs, he's getting the business built, because Tereshi cannot work with the Italians anymore. It's a done deal. It's finito. So right now he's actually making money with Tommy. Without Tommy, he wouldn't have shit right now. And plus he needs the money for Connie. He needs money for the future to secure, to pay off her medical bills and just to be back in the game, period, because he can't go work a 9 to 5. And his job is to be the snitch. But right now he's only snitching on Ghost, saying that, he killed Marsha Williams. He's not snitching on his son because right now he needs his son to build this business. And we also see that, Tereshi and his wife Connie are kind of racist. Connie, they go over there to, Tommy's house, and it was like, Tony Tereshi's looking at Keisha like, oh my God, who's this? Like, with a real stank look. I don't know if it's because of her race or because, Tommy has a woman, but Tommy already told him that he had a woman. And Kanan was like, is this show cooking? She was like, no, I'm a significant other. And they're questioning whether Tasha will be loyal, like when she's under investigation. And she proved herself that she can be loyal, even though she had to set the record straight with Tasha and let Tasha know, you asked him for a lot. Like, you came in my business and you launder, your drug money to make it clean money. Now I had to go to the FBI and lie to him once before. Now I'm being indicted by the grand jury, and I got to lie for your alibi, your son alibi, your husband alibi, and also say that Kanan was there too as well, and he had an he had opportunity to actually take the gun because of Raina's repass, service or whatever. So, Tasha's letting her know, like, Keisha's letting her know that she had to do a lot for Tasha, and in return, you haven't even been over to see Cash. You haven't even really been a real friend. So now, Tommy talks to, Tasha talks to, Keisha to let Keisha know, like, after they get served with the paper by the grand jury that, this is it. Once you testify and do this, there's no more ghosts, no more Tasha going to be out their life, because he's planning on having a good life with him and his father and Connie. But we'll see how that situation goes too as well. And, it was mad cool that, Kanan picked, Tariq to go meet with the Italians because he spoke Italian. And he actually had Tariq out there selling drugs, crack cocaine. And Tariq came out with a hammer because he got a fake 20 and was about to, run up on him. And like I told you guys, Tariq, like last season, Tariq is going to be the number 1 gangster on this show, because he got Kanan, he got Dre, he got 50. Kanan, and he has his father too as well, and his mother too as well. So he's all around. And a little bit of Sean too as well, the charisma, where he can cry, where he can be nice, where he can be vicious, where he can be smart and use his math, use his Italian language to help, whoever he needs to help. And will his father, his mother ever allow him to be in the business? Will Tommy ever allow Tariq to be in the business? Because he is an asset, because he was for, Kanan. Kanan loved him some Tariq. And that's why he didn't kill Tariq at the end, because he loved that little boy. He loved that boy more than he loved his own son. And so, so I wonder if Tariq is going to be done with the drug business, or he's going to continue with the drug business. After seeing Kanan kill all them police officer and he went down like a G, is that enough for him? And realizing how evil and how dirty Kanan is, that he's going to continue in the business, or he's going to move away from the business, because he is got Dre, and he knows his father is going to frame Dre. So is Tariq going to speak up for Dre? Is he going to give Dre any ammunition to help him get out of jail free card, or get out of jail period? So we'll see how that goes. I just want to see what 2-Bit and Spank going to do. Are they going to actually be able to work along with Cristobal? Like, damn. And so we got Proctor shitting his pants because he got his license back, but he's only snitching on Angela. And, he also got the laptop from his cousin where he has, information to screw people, from killing Bailey, the Homeland Security guy, especially with Tommy. And if Tommy didn't treat, Proctor like the way he did, he wouldn't have to resort to the shit that he's doing. But he didn't really give him no information, but he did give Ghost a head up that there was a witness, and the witness gotta be Tony Tereshi. He's the only one that was there, and then on top of that, he's the only one that's out of prison. You know what I'm saying? And he's next to Tommy, so there's a situation going on with that. But, Tasha, her plan worked with Frayne and Kanan not wanting to go back to jail and killing the police, and then actually having Tariq frame, but Tariq made up his mind before, he heard, Kanan talk about killing it seems like it, because he planted the gun in the car. I don't know when he planted the gun in the car, but he planted the gun in the car. And it was so funny when Kanan was like, a 380, that's a bitch's gun. I was just like, oh no. And when 50 said, don't put these cuffs too tight, and he just started shooting, I was just like, and he had 2 guns, and he was just shooting the police, shooting them, killed them, had them laying down on the ground. And Tariq was scared. Tariq tried to get out the police car, but he wasn't able to. Kanan just looked at him and just let him live and get in the car and tried to drive off, but he wasn't able to. And actually, Proctor's having some questions to whether, will Ghost and Tommy actually protect him, and he feels like they would protect Angela before they'll protect him. So he's going to make sure he don't get burnt, but he doesn't want to be a witness. So it seems like he's going to get dirty again back with his family, or he just has his own insurance policy to protect him just in case, because if he becomes a witness, he'll become a legit witness, you know what I mean, and he has evidence. So we'll see how that situation plays out, or if Proctor just playing, Sax and John Marks, because he really don't like them from Jump Street, and John Mark tried to come after him too as well, and he don't really like Angela either. But if he knows, if he frames Angela, if he gets them ammunition against Angela, that can intentionally bring down Ghost and bring him down too, and have him involved, because they think that Proctor is the shadow of everything that's going on with Ghost and Tommy. Like, he's in the shadow, he's like a dark cloud that's always there around, always has his hands, and they call him a consigliere. And he was like, you guys watch too many movies. And so I think when Proctor had the conversation with Ghost, he was just trying to let him know there was a witness and trying to tip him off. I think it seemed like he was trying to tip him off that there's somebody in your circle that knows something. You know what I mean? There's someone in your circle that knows, there's a witness to whatever went down in prison. He didn't say anything else, and then, but he's still shaky about, Ghost, because Ghost doesn't reinsure him, and Tommy don't reinsure him, like his security and his safetyness. So he has to, keep that laptop close, keep it to the heart, keep it to the vest, just in case he has to use it. So that situation is all good. And so, Tariq actually chose his mom's side before Kanan co-signed that he killed Sean, because when he gave him the address and everything, but he probably put the gun in the car. But then when he said he killed Sean, he texted his mom back, and Kanan was feeling a certain type of way, like, damn, who's this young nigga texting right now? Who's he texting? And then that's when Tariq was like, I gotta go home. He was like, all right, it's all cool. But he didn't know that he was gonna turn on him. He pulled one of Ghost's good moves, turn on him, worry about yourself, take care of your family. And plus, this is going to bring Tariq closer back to his father and his mother too as well. Even though, what's his name? Ghost is not happy about the situation, because him and Kanan was working along well. They was working along good. Kanan was his backup man. Kanan was doing all the dirty work. Kanan was bringing down people, shooting people, killing people for him. And now Kanan's not there. Kanan will handle the hard business, the business that Tommy couldn't handle. He'll do it correctly and smoothly, where none of it will come back to Ghost. So he's missing an ally in the situation. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm just like, damn. It's going down. And so I don't know if Jason actually know that, Ghost has something to do with Jason almost being killed, that he actually, dropped a dime on Ghost, but he wasn't planning on getting killed by Ghost or Tommy. So we'll see what happens with that situation. I wonder if they're going to find Ray Ray's cousin, the one that, Tariq was having sex with, because he did tell, Angela that, about Jukebox, and was telling her about Ray Ray and this house and all this other stuff. And then also, Tariq also let his father know, like, you killed Breeze, man. You killed Breeze, your own boy. And it's like his father and his mother justify everything they do. So I think Tariq is going to justify everything that he does, because I really think Tariq is going to be working along with, Dre. That's his next ally in the situation in the streets. And Dre is going to need Tariq to get information for him to help him with his case. And then actually, but Ghost do have a good story when he goes, that Dre, he had to fire Dre because Dre was selling drugs and truth. And he actually, asked Tommy, you didn't even tell me that this shit was going on. So you talking about I'm keeping secrets, you're keeping secrets too as well. Tommy was like, I had to. Milan was there. Shit was going down. I had to do whatever I had to do to stay alive, baby boy. You was in jail. So we have that situation going on, and we have, Tony Tereshi, trying to soak up any information, get all the money and drugs, and try to get the connection. Well, they don't want to talk in front of Tasha. They don't want to talk in front of Keisha, but he lets them know that Keisha, his road dog, his ride or die chick. They don't really understand what ride or die mean, but they were like, okay, we'll go with it. We see Tommy loves this girl. It seems like Tommy just wants a family, wants to be accepted. And right now he's not so happy with Ghost. His Ghost doesn't give him that props or respect that he's actually somebody, he's actually smart, and which his father does too as well. Tony Tereshi makes him feel like he's smart, like he's good, like, even though he's totally playing him too as well, but he sees that Tommy Egan is a good, ally. His son's a good ally for him to get his feet wet and get back in the business and possibly bring something back to the Italians so he can go back to work with Jesse or be partners with Jesse. So we'll see how that situation plays out. I'm just like, damn, this was a great episode. But Tariq was just like his father when he did Kanan, and he even lied to the police that he was kidnapped, and then, Kanan giving, Tariq, oh, you go slow, show him your license, do this, do that. It seemed like he was kidnapped, and Tariq co-signed and was like, yes, I'm being held against my will, and he played up the role. He's a good kid from the suburbs. He goes to this private school, but Tariq riding around and doing everything with Kanan with his private school shirt logo on, is that going to come back and bite Tariq in the ass? Because every time he did a crime, most of the time when he was with Kanan, he had on his school logo. And so is that going to be traced back to him in any way? Is that going to bring any negativity towards him? So we'll just see how that situation goes. I'm just like, damn, it's going down. It's going down. I can't believe Kanan is dead. I can't believe he's dead. I was waiting for him to just do more and see how he was going to use Spank and Two-Bit, and how he was pitting friends against friends. But you know what? He's gone. So that means Dre is going to stay around a little bit longer. He's going to be on ice because he's in jail. But let's see Alicia's power. Let's see how much power she really has. Is she going to be able to get Dre out of prison? And is she going to use Steve to help her? And is Steve going to come after Angela? And is Steve going to work to come after Angela with, Tamika, Sax, and, John Mark? Maybe, maybe not. Because he did have some of that good old, Angela. But Angela right now, she's with Ghost. She's doing her thing with Ghost. And in the way that, Ghost talked to Councilman Tate is definitely going to side with Dre, because he's not going to be a yes boy for James St. Patrick, because he thinks James St. Patrick ain't even that smart, and James St. Patrick needed him for his help. And Councilman Tate ain't going to take too kindly to Ghost outsmarting him. He's not going to let that go down. So we'll see what happens with that situation. And it's just like we get to find out Cristobal's story, that he's from Miami. He raised in restaurants and he knows nightclubs. So he's probably going to do a hell of a better job than Dre. And then now that he's bilingual too as well, or he speaks Spanish, he's going to be more, good for Alicia, and Alicia is probably going to get close to Cristobal. And I don't know what Two-Bit and Spank going to do. Are they going to take out Cristobal, or are they going to wait silently, or if Dre's going to be giving them orders from prison? But he got to be careful, because the phones could be tapped and the police could be listening and watching, especially since he's on that board with Blanca and with, Angela's boss. He's in that whole thing too as well. But Angela's at the top. So we'll see what happens with that situation. I'm just like, damn, it's going down. It's like, oh. And Tasha seems like Tasha is tired of, not Tasha, Keisha is tired of Tasha. And it seems like her and, Tommy are going to walk away from the situation. But damn, it was good planning. Everything Tasha plan went legit. Then when they questioned Tasha, Ghost, and Tariq put on the waters. He put on the crying, the acting, and Ghost is just so shocked to see how Tariq lies just like him and acts just like him, and very smart, because Tasha was telling Ghost a long time ago that he's just like you. He lies a lot, and Ghost couldn't see it because he don't be around his son. He don't know who his son is. And so now he's seen it firsthand. Tariq is just like his father, but even better at it. So they walk away scot-free with the situation so far, but the plan works, especially that, Kanan is dead, so there's no question, there's no this and that. It's just a done deal with the murder weapon and everything is plotted there. And plus, I believe Tasha still have the voicemail of the kidnapping that happened a while ago, that they was asking for money. So we'll see how this situation goes down. And Angela walks through and gives Blanca the case file information. She was like, you know what? You were right. Ray nothing but a dirty cop, but this is below my pay grade. And they're all smiling. Right now it's working out, but they're still coming after Angela. But Angela's very smart. And she's going to put two to two together and let Ghost and Tasha and Angela working together is magnificent. And you wouldn't think Ghost picked the most smartest woman to be on his team and on his side. So we'll see how everything plays out. Peace. I'm out. One love.